Today we're going to be talking about a target I did last year, and I'll show you exactly what the tasking was. Okay, um, so I was supposed to describe the motives and intentions of Lou Elizondo. So before we get into this, I don't know Lou. He seems like a nice enough guy. Um, and it's going to get a little weird in this session. So I'm just going to say right up front, I'm not trying to quantify what I found or what I came up with. I was just plugged into this tasking, and this is basically what I spit out using controlled remote viewing. I was not the only one who was tasked this. I've seen at least one other session that really complemented this session really well with another really good viewer. So um, what else? Okay. Also, when I was tasked this originally, this was right around the time when Lou, at least from my perspective, kind of looked like he wasn't feeling all that well. It kind of like maybe his health took a turn or something. Just from my perspective, I have no idea what's going on with him. And I just wanted to preface that before we get into this. And like I said, I'm not quantifying any of this because this is kind of a weird session. So there's, as far as like aliens and all that, again, this is what I got for this tasking. Oh, here we go. Sorry, whoops. This is what we want. Okay. So I got a structure initially, and right out of the gate, I seem to want to draw like what looks to me like a UFO. Split, hairy, bright, airy, open. AOL break running. Multiple, long, edge, wide. AI break secluded. Felt wherever this guy was, it was a secluded area, a lot of cameras, as well as the other session. They picked up a lot of the surrounding environment in their sketches. I had an EI early on of anger. Okay, AOL break stillness. Like now, what are we gonna do? Okay, big stranded. Okay, so right off the bat, things were strange. um, and you'll see this down the line here in the session, but basically, I felt like this guy was really being um, tightly watched by these beings, almost like they were like he was under surveillance or something. But in this sketch here, what it the best thing I could describe to me was like this being was accessing his mind like they were files, like mind files. Uh, just kind of tracking his movement, his behavior, what he's doing. Um, so just some of the AOLs, AOL break cellular adherence. I don't know what that means. Um, like holding someone's head. AI break weird. Like being in someone's head. That was my AOL break. Gray AOL break scaled. Okay, so getting into stage 4. Okay, so fearful, confused, sense of a debacle, symbolism, a male. Picking up on. Okay, now I'm getting into some of the description of Lou. Older male, AOL break recluse, intellectual, male, I am getting a sense of the divine nature, a sense of reluctance. Something feels pertinent. I get a sense of running. Now, this is a weird little. Again, you're getting these sketches of these guys. Um, it only gets weirder from here. um, an intrinsic nature. This See, I had a sense that this guy like had tabs on him. Like these guys were close. Were almost affecting this guy. A sense of a listening device. This idea of an altercation, a sensing, a knowing, um, trainable, teachable, forensic study. Okay. Um, so I asked myself, what's most noteworthy here about this target? And I get a sense of an incursion, this idea of prosperity. Um, I get a sense of seclusion. There's something secluded about this area, and this may be his property. I'm not sure, but wherever he was staying at had a ton of cameras and stuff. And the other deer got a bunch of that stuff. Um, okay, malevolence. This is my AOL. My puffy eyes. So again, I'm getting more stuff around him. Um, I get a sense of a mischievous nature, um, morbidity, and they have all these rows of these objects, structures. Um, it kind of reminds me of a bunch of hospital beds or something. I'm not sure. Okay, so again, we're getting into the part where it was almost like, and I don't know if I can't say that this is like Lou had some kind of abduction event at some point or something, or if this is knowledge that he has. I don't know for sure. Um, but to me, that almost looks like a UFO. Um, I get the sense of secular nation, an aggressive posture, this idea of survivability, and again, sinister. Now, right here, okay, stage 4.5. I get a sense this man is covering his genitals. I don't know if this is him. It kind of looks like this might be him, but I don't know. But this could be something to do with something that he knows about, but a sinister feeling. Definitely a sinister vibe about whatever he is connected to him. Is kind of what I got. AOL alien abduction. Okay. Pertinent nature to this guy. Intrusive, disruptive, taking what you want. Okay, pharmaceutical. Okay, get a sense of a farmer or someone who feels one with the land. And again, from what I was told, that he's very much that type of guy. Lou is. Get a sense of degradation, this feeling of intrusion, like an intrusion into someone's life. I got a sense of life source energy, the idea of a healthy mind. Something feels disturbing to me about this. I get the sense of a telepathic intrusion. AOL, like a carrier wave. So again, I felt like these things, at least from the data, just felt like my impressions were that these guys got a tight um, keeping this guy. I mean, it's just basically he's under surveillance by these things. What I got, plasmatic, emanating. I get the sense of a disruptive force upon someone. Affliction, monitoring, AOL implant. Another thing that's interesting, I've had this in a couple of sessions. Um, that word that comes, it's really an AOL, but that Anubis, which is weird. Anyway, so it gets stranger. Okay, I get a sense of a cross section in the mind. Okay, I feel like something is happening to this guy's mind. I sense a humming and a buzzing. Now here, it's almost like he's sitting in a chair, and again, it's just like he's under some, feels like he's under some kind of surveillance or something. Again, if you go back to the, to the feedback photo, he's wearing a cap and all that. But anyway, to me, this is almost like the top of his head, the center of his mind, like something's happening there. Okay, show me what's noteworthy here. Okay, AOL, like CE5 gone bad. You get a sense of signaling, like a pickup, like a ride along. These are all AOLs. Sense of frequencies, um, like standing in line, servicing. Okay, so again, I don't know if this has something to do with his personal experience or what, but to me, it just feels like these guys, again, are surveillancing him very tightly. These three guys on the bottom were identical. I get a feeling of oppressiveness. Okay, there was also a point in this session where I kind of had to break off for a bit because I felt like whatever was attached to him was getting a little too close. Okay, it's just that's what it felt like to me. So I kind of backed off and went back to it. I think. So okay, what do you want from him? Logistics. Okay. So I got to me it was like they want to know what this guy's up to, logistically with whatever he's doing. Again, this is a divisive nature. Um, I get a sense of interest in a divisive or decisive nature. Inclusion. Target summary. Target feels like a man in a warm, hilly environment. I get a sense of secluded here. Page 3, I have a man standing alone outside. Land here feels rocky, sandy, and craggy. I get a sense of a stillness. Page 4, I get the sense someone is accessing this man's mind. I get a secular or divine-like vibe about all this. I get a sense of fear and confusion from the male. I get a sense of symbolism somewhere in this. I get a sense of an intellectual, a sense of a divine nature of someone. I get a sense of reluctance and a sense of pertinence. Someone is running or something is running here. Sense of an intrusive nature of someone and a sense of a listening device. The impression of an altercation, sensing a knowing from someone. Impression of trainable, teachable, and forensic study seems pertinent to what's happening to this man. I get the sense of an incursion, a sense of prosperity and seclusion. At stage 4, there's something secluded about this area. I picked up on a stepped path, an ordained minister. I don't know if he's ordained. This could just be noise. Sense of a mischievous nature, a sense of morbidity, an aggressive posture, old and idyllic, sense of sinister and survivability. I have someone standing over a male, sense of an intrusive disruption, pharmaceuticals in a male who feels one with the land, sense of degradation, sense of telepathic intrusion. I get a sense of a healthy mind and a sense of life source energy. Destructive force upon someone. You get the impression of an affliction, monitoring. The word Anubis came in, felt like a name. I am not familiar with. I get the sense of a cross section of the mind. A sense of something was happening to this guy's mind. I felt a humming and a buzzing. I got the sense of signaling and frequencies. I felt that the I felt these being at the bottom of page 14. Oh, were identical. The sense of an oppressiveness, a sense of logistics, a divisive or decisive nature, and a sense of inclusion. So that's what I got, guys. Um, if you guys task it out, let me know if you get something different. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.